Hello engineers, welcome to lecture 1 of ASME BPVC Section 2, that is materials. From today onwards, we will dive deep into all the information related to materials which are used for pressure vessels. This section is crucial for understanding the specifications, properties and the standards for materials in engineering applications. Today, we will explore the historical background and structure of ASME BPVC Section 2. So let's begin the lecture, guys. So let's start the historical background. ASME was founded in 1880 and the ASME was founded in 1898. The primary purpose of ASME is finding suitable materials for pressurized vessels. This was a critical need at the time as the industrial revolution was rapidly expanding and many industries were in need of pressure vessels. As we already discussed that in ASME BPVC Section 8 Division 1 History lecture, there are several reasons behind developing the ASME BPVC codes, guys, like SS Sultana failure, Groover shoe factory blast. So this leads to developing the ASME BPVC codes, guys. So apart from this, in 1898, ASME was founded to test and find materials which are suitable for various industrial applications, including construction, textile, and rubber. Initially, both organizations were working independently and developing materials that were sometimes duplicated. However, as they started working more and more on materials related to pressure vessels, they realized that they are wasting resources and duplicating efforts. This leads to collaboration between two organizations. They decided to share information and collaborate to avoid duplication of efforts and save resources. Finally, ASME and ASTM worked together to develop materials suitable for pressure vessels. So, finally, they agreed to share their work with each other so that they could adopt each other's materials. They exchange each other materials, guys. Thus, avoiding it will avoid duplication of the work. So, the materials by ASME are referred as SA and the ASTM as A, guys. In the 1916, ASME created a subcommittee to ensure that the format and materials used by both organizations were aligned. So, in 1960, a subcommittee was provided by the ASME BPVC to avoid duplication of works and easy sharing the materials information by both the committees. Okay, so they wanted to make sure that there was no confusion between the two organizations, that the materials developed by the ASME could easily be adapted by the ASTM and vice versa. Okay, this helped to ensure that the materials developed by both the organizations were consistent and easy to understand. Today, ASME and ASTM are two separate organizations, but ASME remains the primary source for pressure vessel related materials, guys. So we need to follow ASME related materials or ASME related documents for, to use materials for pressurized parts. Okay, because final our agenda is ASME codes. Okay, so I hope you understand this historical background. So after many consequences, this ASME codes were developed. So I already told you. So due to SS Sultana failure and Grover shoe factory failure, the development of ASME BPVC codes was started in 18th century end. I hope you understand this historical background, guys. So, before going to the next topic, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon and like the content. If you like my videos, please share to your friends and family members and colleagues in your office so they will also get benefited and I will also get benefited personally. So, let's dive deep into next topic, guys. ASME BPVC Section 2 Structure. So in ASME BPVC, Section 2 structure has four parts. So that is one is part A. This is all about ferrous material specifications that are commonly used in the pressure vessel industry. And next one is part B, which covers non-ferrous materials, and part C, which provides specifications for welding rods, electrodes, and wires used in the welding. So these three parts covers chemical composition, material ordering information, and additional informations like impact testing and Charpy V0 V notch test and heat treatment precautions. All the information you will find in part A, part B, and part C, guys. And there is one more part, that is part D, which is especially important as it covers the physical and mechanical properties of materials, including allowable stresses, modulus of elasticity tables. This section is crucial reference for engineers involved in designing static equipments like external pressure calculation charts. And finally, I want to say that ASME Section 2 Part A, B, and C are specifications that provide information on chemical compositions and ordering requirements for different materials used in the industries, while Part D covers mechanical and physical properties such as tensile strength, yield strength, and modulus of elasticity, thermal expansion properties, and density of so many materials. I hope you understand this lecture. Yes, thank you.